Just talk to her, Antonio. She's not gonna bite. Just tell her you like her. Don't worry, she's gonna like you back. Ish, Antonio, she's with her friends. No, Antonio, never mind. Do it another day. Oh.
I knew it, my vena.
Probabil could have saved him.
Before I continue any further with this video, I just want to tell you guys a story. So this story begins this year in February when me and my high school friends were chilling outside during break and we got bored and I had the idea of approaching girls for fun. So then surprisingly they agreed and we were looking for girls and I volunteered to go first. And then I'm like, okay, they were hyping me up. Okay, let's go. And then I spotted the girl that I was gonna approach, and surprisingly she was with a group of friends. But I'm like, fuck it, I'm bored, they're bored, let's just go. So I walk towards them, and as I walk towards them, I start getting nervous. My heart beats, I'm sweating, everything is going wrong. Okay, it was done. And then I finally get there, and 2 meters away from them, like I'm so close, I'm literally next to them, and I suddenly just stop. I just stop, and my friends see this and they thought I was gonna come back. And then it actually occurred to me, I've never actually approached a girl. Like I've never approached a girl even once. Then I'm like, wow, okay, let me do it right now. And the next thing I know, I'm tapping on the girl's shoulder. Now I have to talk because I've already gotten her attention. And then the next thing I know, the whole group is looking at me in like a weird way. Like, who the fuck is this way? You understand? And then I asked the golden question. I asked exactly like this. You look kind of cute, can I get your number? And then 2 or 3 seconds later of silence, everybody, the whole group of girls just started laughing. I'm talking hard laughter, the type of laughter that you would have to run away. They were running away. That's how hard they were laughing. And then the girl that I was approaching, she nodded her head in like, what can I say? She nodded her head in disappointment? No. She nodded her head in confusion, basically. Yeah. The girl that I was approaching then nodded her head in like confusion. Like she didn't know what the fuck was happening, but she just said no. Rejection. That was actually the first time I actually got rejected. Right? Yeah, first time. After that, I walked back to my friends and they're apologizing for me and they're feeling sorry for me. And I'm like, why are you feeling sorry for me? I just did my first ever cold approach. It was unsuccessful, but I still did it. It was my first time. Obviously, I'm not going to be good at it. And so that's why I'm making this video today. First tip I can give you is you need to be calm. And I know this isn't the first time hearing this. You need to be calm when you approach girls, but this is actually so true. People my age often complain about them not being able to approach girls because one, they get too nervous and they pussy out. And then when they do get the girl's attention, they often just panic and they're just weird and they just say weird shit and then they just and now they just fail the cold approach. Now they fumble. It's because your brain is always thinking about all the negative shit that will happen if you do approach a girl. Maybe she'll think you're weird, maybe that she'll tell your friends that you're weird, and the whole school now thinks you're weird. It's just your brain tells you all of this negative shit that doesn't make it easy to approach girls, basically. So I'd say you need to understand that your brain will always work against you when doing something risky. It's a survival mechanism, basically, built up through thousands of years of primal survival. It's been in our psyche since primal days, so it's okay to feel nervous when you're approaching a girl. When you wanna make lane with a girl. So what's the solution to this? The short-term solution to this is that you need to breathe. One thing that makes it easier for me to talk to a girl is that. So what's the solution to this? You need to breathe. One thing that makes it easier for me, if I wanna, right before I talk to when I talk to a girl but I get nervous, is that my breath helps me. So the solution I can give you for this, so the short-term solution I can give you for this is that you need to breathe, and you need to breathe deeply. Like, your lungs must be so full that it goes to your stomach. And that just takes away 50-60% of my anxiety and nervousness, and then I approach easier, and then I can talk to the girl more presently. And then if you want the long-term solution to curing your girl anxiety, is meditation. Now I want you to hear me out. Meditation for me has helped me a lot, because what it mainly does is that it slows down my brain, so that when I am talking to a girl eventually, my brain isn't thinking as much, and I'm just present. It's not thinking as much negative thoughts as it did before in the past, before I started meditating. So I suggest you build a meditation habit. And one thing to note is that meditation is a long-term thing. You're gonna have to do it for a while for you to actually notice any results. I meditate every morning, and I have only noticed a handful of results. But I promise you, in the long term, meditation really can get you far. The next thing I used to do often is that I compared myself too much to other men, which you can imagine how unhealthy that is. You see, my brain was always sabotaging me a lot. It was always telling me that I was worse than the majority of guys. Even till this day, I haven't fully overcame this because of my insecurities. The next main thing that we don't get far off cold approaches is that we think too much. I've had instances where I was in a perfect position to approach a girl. Maybe the girl even showed me interest at times. Like, she looked at me for a few minutes or seconds, and I would just overthink. The next thing that would happen is that I would overthink too much, and then I would hesitate. Then I would first hesitate to approach her, and then I wouldn't even approach her altogether, because my brain would just self-sabotage me so much. I suggest you set a timer for yourself in your mind. If we think, that can lead to overthinking, and then overthinking can lead to us not approaching at all. So the best thing is to not think. You see, with me, it's actually easier to talk to a girl and make lane with her when I am expecting rejection. So what you can do next time you approach a girl is expect rejection. You must think to yourself that, yeah, I want to get rejected. As soon as you expect rejection, you're not even worried about getting rejected in the first place, because you're already expecting it. And then if the girl is actually interested in you, that's great. What if I told you that you're not actually afraid of girls? If you were really afraid of girls, you would isolate yourself in a room and make your room a fucking jail cell. You know that. You would have to be isolated in your home, in your house for days, because you have such a fear of girls, and girls are everywhere these days. So you're not really afraid of girls. So what are we really afraid of? We're afraid of what these girls will think of us if we approach them. Basically, we're afraid of giving them the wrong impression. The real reason why we are afraid to approach a girl is because we're afraid to appear boring to them or appear weird to them. So that's the real reason why we're actually afraid to talk to girls. It's not actually because we're afraid of them. I mean, come on, we're bigger than them, we're stronger than them. We actually are afraid of what they'll think about us. The last thing I want to leave you with in this video today is that you need to be yourself. And I had to learn this the hard way, because last year when I had my first relationship in grade 8, I dated a girl. I got a girlfriend, and I had this belief that if I acted like a Sigma male, that she would be attracted to me more. So I did that, and I had to change my personality. I had to change my authentic self. And this girl that I was dating ended up going for somebody else. Ever since then, I've learned that changing your personality is actually the dumbest thing you could do in a relationship. So in the end, I got fucking stung because of my stupidity. I wasn't being authentic to myself. I should have been myself and being authentic towards the girl. So in the end, I got stung by my own stupidity. And since then, I don't act like a different person in any scenario now anymore. So then that's everything that you actually need to know that you need to know. So all in all, that's everything that you need to know on my side on why you're actually afraid to approach women. And I hope one of these topics will actually help you in the near future on how to navigate your approaches better. And final thing, please do me a favor and subscribe, like the button. And final thing, please subscribe and like the button. And final thing, if you got any value from this video, please subscribe and like. And final thing that I'll leave you. And final thing, and the last thing I'll ask you for is that you like. Fuck. Please subscribe and hit the like button if you want to. If you don't want to, sure, why not? But I would prefer you do it, please, because I want to get to 1,000 subscribers at the end of the year. Please do it. Bye.